schoolmates! So, nandito na naman kami ngayon para sa isa na namang episode kung saan kahit ano pa ang iyong beauty standards or skincare man yan, Chariz, ay talagang welcome na welcome ka dito sa ating programa.
Yeah, and kaya naman mag-ingay at ipagmalaki natin sa buong mundo ang ating kagandahan, kagwapuhan at angking talento. Kaya naman, isgaw natin yan dahil ang talent natin ay pang world class. Pero bago ang lahat, bakit nga ba natin ito pinag-uusapan ngayon?
So, syempre schoolmates, hindi na rin nalilingid sa ating kaalaman yung pagsali ng ating mga diverse beauties, ika nga, no, sa mundo ng beauty pageant. And more controversially, ay ang Miss Universe pageant, diba? So, ano nga ba? Yung nangyaring rules. Pwede na sumali yung mga single mothers, at syempre transgender women.
Pero, kamakailan lamang no, ay mas naging maingay na naman ang usapin nito dahil pinakilala ng Vietnam ang kanilang kauna-unahang transgender woman representative sa darating na Miss Universe 2025. And she is also named as the first ever transgender woman in Asia na lalahok sa kompetisyong ito.
Siyempre, no? So, sa kabi-kabilang mga issues na kinakaharap ng ating bansa, hanggang kailan ba natin pagdedebatihan? I think ever since, pinag-uusapan na talaga yan, pero never siya fully na-close na dapat ba or hindi dapat. Kaya naman, ang tanong, ang mga transgender women nga ba ay dapat o hindi dapat sumali sa mga beauty pageants na ito? Kaya naman ngayon, ating kilalanin ang mga debaters natin na nagsasabing dapat sumali ang mga transgender women sa mga beauty pageants na ito. At sino-sino nga ba sila? Panoorin po natin ito.
Francis Garcia, 17 years old, from Batasan Hills, Quezon City, and grade 11 Media Arts. Nung nalaman po namin yung pagdedebatihan for this episode, very risky. Part kami ng LGBT and alam naman po namin kung ano po talaga yung nararapat.
Earl James Lahoy, 17 years old, from Quezon City, and grade 12 from Media Arts. Yung preparations po na ginawa ko po for this debate, I made sure to make my own research po, lalo na po sa mga interviews po ng mga pageant queens, mga rules na rin po ng mga pageants, and nag-share din po kami ng ideas sa isa't isa.
Kael Bendanillo, 17 years old, from Maginhawa, and grade 12, Arts and Design, Media Arts. May reason kung bakit ito ang napunta sa amin, and I hope makuha niyo yung message at maintindihan natin ang bawat isa dahil we believe that our side is not biased and this is only based for legal things that we research, and I hope na magawa natin ang best natin and for the good show for all madla.
At narito naman ang mga hindi pabor sa pagsali ng mga transgender women sa mga beauty pageants. Panoorin natin to.
My name is Joshua Rain Mateo Enriquez. I am currently 16 years old, taking up media arts in the arts and design track po. Being part of the LGBT community, this is a great platform for us to showcase, to represent ourselves. Yung mga topics na ito, hindi siya dapat pinupull under the rug, kundi dapat pinag-uusapan ng masinsinan. And yun ang gagawin namin today.
My name is Edric Humphrey A. Paho. I'm currently taking media arts in Arts and Design strand. Nag-research po ako and nanood po ako ng maraming videos about the topic. And as a group po, nag-conduct po kami ng group meetings para po mas maging prepared po kami pag sinalang na po kami.
My name is Ivana Andrea F. Patches. I am 16 years old. I am now currently a grade 11 student from the Arts and Design track po. Ang debate na to ay ito yung environment or ito yung pagkakataon kung saan magkakaroon pa tayo ng mas malawak na kaalaman na nanggagaling din sa bawat isa. So sana magiging debate na to ay maging way para mas lalo nating makilala ang isa't isa at mas lalo tayong matuto sa ating mga sasabihin.
Sa aming pagbabalik, isang mainit na debate ang ating mapapakinggan dito lamang sa
Schoolmates!
Nagbabalik ang schoolmates and again schoolmates, lagi namin pinapaalala sa bawat episode natin ay hindi tayo nagdidikta kung ano ang tama or mali. Rather, it's about sparking conversations and hearing different perspectives ng ating mga kabataan. Kaya naman, wag na nating patagalin pa. Let's lay down the ground rules.
May dalawang teams na maglalaban, ang Team Pro at Team Con, na may tig-3 miyembro. Ang team leaders ang unang sasalang sa ating debate. Para sa bawat tanong, may 3 rounds or lives ang bawat isa na may 30 seconds per speaker per round. Kapag sobrang intense at walang gustong magpatalo, we activate the bonus round. 1 minute and 30 seconds yan na free flow discussion. Meaning, bahala na magsagutan ang magkabilang panig. Pero kung halimbawa, hindi na makarebat ang naunang debater, pwede siyang mag-buzz para palitan ng ibang team member. Ito ang twist. Bilang mga host, may kapangyarihan kaming mag-buzz sa gitna ng laban. Kung medyo off, boring, o hindi kami satisfied sa sagot ng sinumang debater, we can buzz you out at papalitan ng ibang team member. Kaya make sure na hindi lang matalino ang sagot nyo. Dapat klaro, direkta, at convincing. Bring your best arguments.
Nalaman na natin ang ground rules ng ating debate, kaya simulan na natin ang ating mainit-init na debate ngayon at uumpisahan nga natin yan sa ating mga team leaders sa ating unang katanungan. Ready na? Ready? Ready na kayo? Okay. Ang first question natin ay, pagsali ng mga transgender women sa beauty pageants, dapat ba o hindi dapat? Simulan natin yan sa inyong opening statement, Joshua.
Many people argue that transgender women should not be able to have a place in mainstream beauty pageants, no? According to the Cambridge University or the Cambridge Dictionary, a woman is someone who identifies as a woman, though they may have been assigned a different sex at birth. These people argue that transgender women should not be able to partake because they are not biological women. And, however, that does not define them.
Alright, thanks Joshua. Kael, anong masasabi mo doon?
We always seek for equality. However, there is a legal reasons why we can't allow transgenders to join beauty pageants, not this year, but soon, because there's a lot of measurements that we should done, and this is not the perfect time for them because, as I said, there is a legal documents, legal rules that we have to focus, and maraming bagay pa tayong dapat ayusin.
Salamat sa inyong opening statement. So I wanna elaborate further. So, sa tingin nyo, when you elaborated further on what it means to be a woman, how should society view ba transgender women? And what is actually stopping society to actually accept them? How is beauty pageants being perceived now? And what's that blockage? What would you say to that?
I would say the number one blockage is religious beliefs, no?
Okay.
The Philippines as a country, we are ruled by religious ideologies where they perceive transgender women as a threat.
Okay.
And that they are not seen as real women.
Okay.
Rather they are something that is different, and traditional views view difference as a threat to their teachings, to their culture.
Okay. So you want to say that parang faith or religion is the root cause, at least for the Philippines context,
Yes.
no? So ikaw, Kael, paano mo masasabi na transgender women should have a right or a place in beauty pageants? Ano ba yung beauty pageants talaga? Yeah.
Well, beauty pageant is all about not only beauty, they have also advocacies.
Okay.
However, kasi according to the National Director of Miss Universe Philippines, can we say that Miss Universe can allow a transgender to join beauty pageant? However, not all franchise in every country can allow. Example, Philippines. Here in the Philippines, changing our documents like birth certificate is not yet legal. That's why the franchise of Miss Universe Philippines can't allow transgender to join a beauty pageant.
So, on your point, sa'yo sinasabi mo it's religion, sa'yo naman it's bureaucracy that's stopping inclusivity. So, sige, I think dahil nabanggit nyo na yung multiple franchises of Miss Universe, sa tingin nyo ba yung ginawang decision ng iba't ibang organisasyon, kagaya ng Miss Universe and other possible beauty pageants as well that has opened this kind of idea, how come is it still not acceptable in the Philippines? Like, bukod dun sa sinabi mong religion, is there a deeper meaning to that? And why should they be allowed? And why should they not be allowed to join?
I believe that the Philippines strongly has, maliban sa religious beliefs, no? Maliban sa culture, yun nga, as I said earlier, they view change as a threat, no?
Change is a threat, okay?
Yes, and that allowing these transgender women to partake in mainstream beauty pageants is a great opportunity for them to be represented, to be seen, because they have been victims of oppression, they have been victims of abuse, violence.
Okay. Kael, ano sabi mo doon?
First of all, actually, tama siya, no? Isa yun sa mga barrier, yung religion belief. And actually, here in the Philippines, may isang transgender na mag-join ng Miss Universe or beauty pageant, Miss Universe Pampanga. However, she backed up during coronation night dahil, according to her statement, our country is not ready for change.
Okay, so you are saying that in terms of context and what's really happening in the Philippines, you both agree that it's not yet ready. But I want to hear more why they should and why they shouldn't. So, sige, bigyan natin ng isa pang example. So, as Vietnam, so I think this is like your last lifeline, no? So, after this, we will be having the free flow discussion. So, feel free to challenge each other's beliefs. But, as Vietnam, as the first country actually to have its transgender woman competing in the Miss Universe this year, tingin nyo ba, kaya na rin ng ating bansa, regardless of the legal issues, and regardless of the religious beliefs that you think is center of the Philippines, centers in the Philippine context, ready na ba ang bansa na magkaroon ng transgender women na mag-compete sa isang malawakang beauty pageant, regardless of its Miss Universe or any other beauty pageant? Do you think kaya na ba natin, Joshua?
Yes. I firmly believe that now is the best time to allow these transgender women to have a spotlight in the mainstream beauty pageants. Because if not now, kailan pa?
Okay.
And that inclusivity, diversity, this doesn't have a time limit. Okay. The Philippines is ready. I believe that with the Gen Alpha, Gen Zs, with the new coming generations, more and more Filipinos will deviate from traditional thinkings.
Okay. Kael?
For me, hindi pa sa ngayon. Hindi kasi pareho yung Pilipinas sa ibang bansa. Pwede
Okay.
sa kanila pwede, pero sa atin hindi pa. Kasi may mga batas pa tayo na hindi pa pwede at yun yung nagiging barrier kung bakit hindi pa sila nakaka-join. And we always seek for inclusivity. But according sa isang Miss International Queen, transgender, joining Miss Universe or beauty pageant is something too much. And according po sa kanya, if sasali pa po ang mga transgender sa isang beauty queens like as a beauty pageant like Miss Universe, hindi po kaya parang too much kasi if a transgender can join Miss Universe, why a transgender can join Miss International?
Okay. Sige. I think it's time for us to open the topic to a different question naman, no? When you talk about inclusivity and siguro that diversity that we are speaking of, what does it actually represent for the Philippines? Like, would it push for progress? Is it something na that kind of new platform, if it already exists, like a separate beauty pageant for transgender women, why should we open Miss Universe? When in fact, it's one of the biggest pageants that almost all Filipinos are watching out for every year.
I do not believe that we should limit the platforms that transgender women have to be represented. You say that there are different platforms for them, no? However, bakit pa natin sila i-exclude sa meron na?
Okay.
No? Miss Universe is the most well-known, most well-recognized beauty contest there is. And like, for them to have a spotlight, on that mainstream, on that stage, no, is a big step toward inclusivity, toward diversity. Meaning that mas maraming pagkakakilanlan ang babae, womanhood.
But you have to remember that nag-allow lang ang Miss Universe for transgender this year, 2022, nung nagkaroon ng thigh owner. Kaya lang nila inopen this year, nung year lang yon. And did you research na last night lang na iba ang owner ng Miss Universe? If iisipin natin na nabalik siya sa USA ulit, do you think na allow pa din? And may credibility ba talaga if a transgender join this pageant? And do you think na yung advocacy nila is talaga bang nakikita or nagagamit lang sila dahil malapit nang mabankrupt ang owner or ang company ng Miss Universe?
I do not see why we should compare different countries to this topic, no? Because I do not see... sorry.
Alright, I think we need to have a refresher. May I have a new set of speakers, please, or debaters? So I do have a next question for you guys. Kasi I think yung nagsusurface sa atin na top line is more of religion, bureaucracy, and politics. So, bakit nga ba dapat makasali ang isang transgender woman? What will it prove to be beneficial for the Filipinos? And why not? Why do you think not?
For me po, dapat makasali yung mga trans women sa pageants na para sa women din dahil sila yung magiging great representation di lang sa mga ibang babae kundi sa kapwa trans people nila. And kasi for years, nalilimitahan nga sila na makasali sa mga pageants na for women and letting them join sa mga pageants is magiging maganda siyang opportunity para mas makita sila ng tao.
Okay, Jay?
Dapat po hindi po muna sila sumali ng mga beauty pageants na para po sa mga natural born women dahil po kulang pa po sila sa suporta.
Okay.
Kulang pa po sila sa mga batas po na pwede po sanang makatulong sa kanila na mas laya po nilang ma-express yung sarili nila, na maipakilala yung sarili nila as women. Na sana po, instead po na mag-sudden change po tayo, na bigla po nating i-force na makasali agad sila sa mga ganitong competitions, ay mag-focus po tayo sa mga gradual change lang po, tulad po ng pag-a-advocate po sa mga batas po like SOGI na susuporta po sa kanila.
Right. So when we're talking about how you guys want change to happen, so ikaw is, yes, dapat ngayon na siya mangyari. Ikaw, sabi mo, is gradual change siya dapat mangyari. How would you address the general public's opinion na there is unfairness that is happening with cisgenders or cisgender people when it comes to that kind of representation in a worldwide kind of pageant such as Miss Universe? Again, dun tayo sa parameter na you want change to happen now, you want gradual change. So, bakit?
Hindi pong ulit yung question.
I need a change of speakers. I'll go back to that same question, ha. You both said that you want change to happen now, you want gradual change when it comes to representation. So, again, babalik tayo doon. Bakit? And how would you address the general public's opinion of unfairness kapag sumali ang isang transgender in a worldwide pageant like Universe?
For me po siguro dahil hindi po nabibigyan ng sapat na idea yung mga tao kung ano nga po ba ang transgender at kung ano nga po ba ang beauty pageants. So, napupunta po tayo sa norms na ang beauty pageants ay para sa mga women lang biologically. So, dapat po na ang beauty pageants po ay masyadong broad kung saan ang lahat po ng women or tinuturing women itself ay magbibigay po ng kani-kanilang mga desisyon kung gugustuhin ba nilang sumali dito, hindi po yung ibang tao po yung nagdidikta para sa kanila.
Okay.
Sa ngayon kasi 'di ba, pag-join kasi ng mga transgender ngayon is hindi pa talaga handa sa ngayon yung bansa natin. Though meron tayong mga separate pageants is for transgender only. And yun yung madalas na pinopromote ng bansa natin. Like for example, Miss International Queen, yun is for transgenders and Miss Universe is for women. So, ini-aim natin yung inclusivity and yung Miss International Queen naman is ka-level niya naman yung Miss Universe na kung saan pinopromote din naman yung advocacies nila and kung ano yung kagustuhan din nilang ihayag.
Right. So I'll lay down something medyo wild, ha. Do you think that transgender women joining these kinds of pageants is us supporting their delusions? There's this wild idea na parang, bakit? Meron namang platform sa kagaya ng binanggit mo kanina. Is equality equal to equity? Is that the right way that we should advocate for transgender women and other flags in the LGBTQ+ community?
So, para sa akin po, yung parang pagbibigay po ng separation po sa mga trans women and women biologically is parang nagbibigay po sa kanila ng parang boundaries po na hanggang dito lang po yung trans women kasi binibigyan po sila ng separate po na platform kung saan doon po nila madideliver yung sarili nila. And yung mga trans women po, hindi po ba nila naiisip sa sarili po nila na parang nala-neglect po kami, parang masyado po kaming nahihiwalay sa mga totoong babae. So, dapat po na hindi po natin masyadong ini-stick yung sarili natin na hiwalay po dapat yung platform po ng biologically and yung proclaim po na women.
Yes, we believe na transgenders are women, di ba? So basically, yun kasi, separate kung saan, may separation sila na kung saan, andoon mismo yung pinaglalaban nila, andoon mismo yung advocacies nila, na kung saan, mas napopromote nila yung advocacy na pinaglalaban nila through the years, na kung saan nagko-compete sila for that. So basically, women's ay, iba talaga yung advocacy nila, di ba? Hindi naman natin nililimitahan yung mga transgenders na sumali, pero kasi, they are the separations or they are a separate contest for them talaga.
Okay. On your last lifeline, I want you to elaborate more on what you guys said, ha? So you said na kapag sineseparate mo sila, ay nililimitahan mo sila. In what context? Bakit? And you, ang sinabi mo kanina is, kailangan separate sila because yun yung right platform para i-advocate nila yung different advocacies nila. What is the difference in the advocacy of a biological female and a transgender woman?
So I get the point na kapag binibigyan natin ng separate na contest or beauty pageants yung mga trans women is para ma-highlight talaga. Ma-highlight talaga sila and yung advocacy nila. Pero kasi kapag sinama natin sila sa women, so sinasabi mo kanina na parang may ibang advocacy, may ibang pinaglalaban yung mga trans women. As he said before kanina, no, na ang mga trans women at women ay may isang pinaglalaban at ito yung parang karapatan nila bilang babae to break the norms na ang bawat kababaihan ay mahihina at may parang nalilimitahan sila kasi 'di ba dati parang nakikita sila as mahina. So ngayon, we want to break the norms na ang bawat babae ay may kanya-kanyang pinaglalaban at sila ay matapang.
So yun, sinabi rin kanina niya na nalilimitahan daw yung mga babae, which is hindi naman. Okay, pag kasi, yung doon mismo, mas na-advocate ng mga transgender yung kung ano yung advocacy nila kapag yung mga kakompete nila is kapareha sila na transgender and woman is kapwa niya woman. So hindi naman natin pinagbabawalan yung mga transgender na kasi pero sa atin kasi dito sa Philippines may sapat lang talaga tayo na basehan kasi nga kung sa ibang bansa mas natuturing nila na pwedeng sumali yung mga transgender sa mga women, which is sa Philippines hindi pa sa ngayon kasi into process pa at kailangan pa talaga natin siyang pagdaanan through the perfect process.
Okay, free flow discussion. What would you want to say with Eve's na point na kapag nalilimitahan ka, or rather, women and transgender women have that one advocacy and it's for them to be accepted as someone who's strong or someone that is dependable in society. How is that being addressed by going through separate platforms na iba ang pageant dapat ng biological women at iba ang iba yung platform ng isang transgender woman?
Yes, para naman sila ng advocacy to sake an inclusivity. Pero kasi yun nga, like what I said earlier, di ba? Iba talaga yung advocacy ng mga transgender is promote equality for them na ma-accept ng society natin right now na patuloy na kiniklaim ng ating LGBTQIA+. Ngayon, di ba, patuloy na ini-aim natin na maging perfect yung support ng local government sa atin para mas lalo makita natin. And yun talaga yung pinaglalaban din ng mga kapwa nating transgenders na patuloy na ini-aim nilang advocacy for that. And sa women naman din kasi, di ba, women empowerment yung kanilang ipinaglalaban. And ayun talaga yung nakikita natin, which is hindi naman natin silang nalilimitahan sa kung ano naman talaga dapat nilang ilaban.
As ourselves, 'di ba, makikita natin na parang sa opinions ng isa't isa, no, nakikita natin na nalilimitahan yung kakayahan ng mga trans women na sumali sa mga pageant because of the country, because of the laws, because of the bills. Hindi ba't parang isipin natin na parang dahil hindi pa siya bakit try natin isipin na what if hindi pa siya napapasa kasi tayo sa sarili natin hindi pa natin natatanggap yung mga transgender. So what if we break the norms na ang mga transgender ay nararapat na sumali sa mga beauty pageants for us to mas palalakasin natin yung manpower kung saan may pinaglalaban tayong advokasya, at ang advokasya na yun ay ang pagsasama-sama ng trans women and biological women.
So I just wanna elaborate naman, how does a transgender woman embody an empowered women of today? Kasi we're all saying that they should have their platform or they should have their own platform, or ikaw naman sinasabi mo gusto mong sumama sila. So what is the benefit if they join that and if they have a separate one? I want to hear more of that.
So siguro po, no, yung pagsasama-sama ng biological woman and transgender is parang mas bibigay sa, yung sinasabi mo kanina na women empowerment, hindi ba na ang transgender women at saka biological woman, kapag nagsama sila, yun na yung tinatawag nating woman empowerment, kasi doon natin makikita na hindi natin nabubuklod ang transgender at hindi natin sila nalilabel na they are just a transgender woman. So transgender woman is a woman. So bakit para saan pa na kailangan natin na paghiwalayan sila? So I get the point na kailangan natin silang, may mga pageants na magkahiwalay sila, may pageants na na-highlight ang transgender woman. So bakit hindi natin itry na pagsamahin sila, dahil yun yung tinatawag nating women empowerment. Sinasabi mo rin kanina na ang mga transgender woman ay may ibang advokasya at yun ang equality para sa kanila. Malalaman natin dito na yung mga pageants, yung mga beauty pageants, kahit yung mga biological woman ay pinaglalaban yung lahat ng gender equality.
Kasi sa atin kasi, di ba, kung nakita natin kanina, yung Vietnam is nag-allow sila na sumali yung transgender sa Miss Universe. So, which is kasi sa Philippines, hindi pa legal sa ngayon ang pagpapalit. Isasama natin yung document. Okay? Hindi kasi natin masasabi na sa Pilipinas kasi hindi pa legal ang pagpapalit ng document if ever you join a Miss Universe pageants or even though sa mga kahit ano. So, sinasabi niya kanina or sinasabi mo kanina na bakit hindi natin sila pagsasamahin. Though, gusto man natin sila pagsamahin, pero kasi, which the documents was illegal, di ba? Hindi talaga siya.
Thank you, Eves and Francis. I need a new set already. Joshua, Kael, kayo muna ulit. Okay, sige. Ang new perspective natin ay ito. Paulit-ulit niyong sinasabi na LGBTQIA+ community is fighting for inclusivity and diversity across all platforms. And we want to educate yung public about LGBTQ+. So sa tingin nyo ba, in this culture or by promoting that they have the same platform or rather they don't be in the same pageant, is this something na magiging mas mulat yung mga Pilipino if we do what you are suggesting, Joshua?
Well, kung ipagsasama po natin ang mga transgender women sa biological women, they will be seen, no? Hindi naman sa they will not be highlighted, but they are. Kasi, they are nilelevel natin sila with the same level as biological women, and that is a very huge step for them to be represented.
Okay.
Yes, pwede. Pero kasi, di ba, if kaagad-agad natin silang isasama sa mga biological women, hindi ba parang nai-invalidate natin kaagad-agad yung space nila? Kasi,
paano pong na-invalidate? Can you please elaborate?
These beauty pageants, like Miss Universe, Miss International, and Miss World, meron silang mga nakasanayan na rules, nakasanayan na mga ginagawa sa beauty pageants sila. At kung hindi natin gradual gagawin ng mga bagay-bagay, hindi ba parang sobrang bilis? Like for example, gusto niyo natin kaagad na okay, pwede na sila sumali sa Miss Universe, pero sa bansa nga natin, hindi pa natin sila matupad-tubad ang SOGI bill, hindi pa natin kaagad-agad na hindi pa natin natutupad ang mga batas na talaga makakapag-support sa community natin.
Can we talk about beauty standards? So, syempre, when we say beauty pageants, ang mga nananalo doon has a certain aesthetic or a certain fit that makes them fit to become the Miss Universe or Miss International or whichever beauty pageant. How does putting a transgender woman broaden societal beauty standards?
Well, of course, it gives a new perspective towards womanhood, towards beauty standards. Because
how?
Well, of course,
transgender women have different biological differences between women, between cisgender women. And if we were to accept these differences, no, it will give a new highlight towards beauty standards as a whole.
Last 2023, may lumabas from their own business that the owner of Miss Universe, they say that transgenders can compete but they can't win.
Because?
Yun po ang statement.
Okay. Yun ang statement. Okay.
So sa statement na po yun, talaga bang nakikita natin doon ang celebration na lahat ay iisa, lahat ay pare-pareho.
Okay.
Kung mismo sa owner na yun, ay sabi, pwede silang sumali pero hindi sila manalo. And sa history ng Miss Universe 2023 pa lang nakapasok ang isang transgender sa semi-finalist. Wala pang
hold that
nananalo.
thought. Joshua, what would you say to that? Na binring up niya yung owner ng Miss Universe. Is politics in play? What is it?
First of all, isang malaking kalokohan na why would you let a contestant compete into a competition if they do not have the ability to win? Isang malaking kalokohan 'yon. Second of all, I would like to give the other perspective aside din na, okay, nakatapak sila sa malaking stage. That is still a step forward into inclusivity. That is still a big step forward for transgender women to fit into society.
Okay, nakatapak na sila doon, pero hindi ba natin naiisip na parang nagagamit sila for the clout? Okay, yung beauty pageant namin, okay, pwede sila dito, pero walang credibility na sila ay parte dito because they can just compete but they can't win. Ibig sabihin, hambang andun sila nagko-compete, hindi na sila pwede makapasok sa semi-finalists. So parang andun lang sila as a clopper. San dun ang advocacy talaga nila? If sabihin nilang confidently beautiful, pero they only want just a biological woman to win, hindi counted doon ang ating mga transgenders.
Again, I strongly disagree dun sa statement na yon, dun sa patakaran na yon. And again, still being on that stage is a great representation for the transgender community na they have the chance to represent themselves, their community, their country, or whatever they're representing in mainstream beauty pageants.
Ibig sabihin sa'yo, okay lang sa'yo na magamit ang ating mga kapwa LGBTQI community sa isang pageant para lang sa clout, para lang masabi?
Of course not. Pero, if we're talking about representation, magandang oportunidad pa rin ito.
Opportunity per fake.
So, sabi natin, panahon na nga bang maging bukas ang Pilipino sa pagsali ng mga transgender sa iba't ibang competition. So again, ulitin natin ha, panahon nga ba or panahon na nga ba ng mga Pilipino na maging bukas sa ideya ng pagsali ng isang transgender woman sa iba't ibang competition? This is not just in beauty pageants. Be it in sports, kailangan ba in women's basketball kasama na sila? Or is there an alternative to that for us to gradually, in your terms, be open to that idea, Joshua?
Well, ang binabato ng opposition is that hindi pa handa ang Pilipinas dahil hindi pa handa, wala pang sapat na batas, wala pang sapat na patakaran para sa transgender community. However, eto.
Okay.
However, sinasabi niyo na maraming issue na dapat unahin. Maraming tayong mga problema na dapat unahin kesa sa the ability for the transgender woman to thrive in our society. However, kalokohan din yan. Hindi ba pwede ipagsabay-sabay the gender and development with other problems in our society?
Sa dami ng problema natin dito sa bansa, sa tingin mo ba lahat mapagsabay-sabay natin? Hindi. Kailangan natin ayusin isa-isa, gradual. Kasi kung aayusin mo yan kaagad-agad, sure ka talagang maaayos lahat.
Well, para saan pa yung iba't ibang departamento ng ating gobyerno?
The question is, lahat ba ng departamento na to is gumagalaw?
Right. Okay. Balik lang tayo ulit. I will allow you to have your last statement. So, balik tayo. Do transgender or should transgender be part of women's pageants? Yes or no, and why? Joshua.
Yes. Transgender women are women as defined by the Cambridge Dictionary, they should be able to have a spot in beauty pageants wherein they can represent themselves, their community, with the same advocacies as biological women, and that is diversity, equality, and inclusivity. Kung tatanggalan natin sila kung ihiwalay natin sila sa kabilang platform, sa kabilang competition, sa kabilang pageant, di parang in-exclude na natin sila. Para saan? Parang binaliwala na natin yung salitang inclusivity. Binaliwala na natin yung purpose ng beauty pageants.
Okay. What would you say to that, Kael?
No, because this is not the right time. I am a member of LGBTQIA+ community,
So
and
am
I
I.
always seek for inclusivity and humanity. However, I believe that there is a legal and biological reason why our transgenders can join Olympics or beauty pageant, because this is not the perfect time. But I wish soon, and I hope that they can join soon, but this is not the perfect time.
Alright. Once again, maraming salamat sa ating mga debaters. At sa aming pababalik, no, so hindi lang naman kayo ang makikisama sa debate na to. I-share din natin kung ano ang pulso ng ating mga debaters din or keyboard warriors sa ating social media. At lahat ng yan ay sa pagbabalik lamang ng Schoolmates!
Actually, yung takeaway ko about our episode ngayon, turn ako between narapat ba talaga silang sumali sa ganitong patimpalak. Kasi, I was thinking, kasi even yung transgender na si Kevin Balot, yung nanalo ng Miss, yung first ever natin na Miss International Queen noong 2012, and naniniwala siya na dapat ibukod ang transgender na pageantry kung saan mas celebrate kung ano talaga sila. Kasi kasi isa rin talaga sa pumukaw ng pansin ko yung bagong may-ari ng Miss Universe franchise, no. Or
yung sinabi nila kanina.
Yung kanina. Yeah. Kasi totoo yun, no. Hindi lamang siya quote na kumalat Video talaga siya. And she mentioned na hayaan natin silang sumali for the sake of inclusivity. Total, hindi naman sila mananalo. So knowing that, syempre masakit yun lalo na sa mga transgender women and sa mga may asawa na, sa mga may anak na, dahil nais niyang hayaan at payagan yung mga kababayang ito na sumali sa Miss Universe for the sake of inclusivity, pero knowing na hindi sila narapat manalo. So ang sakit no, and it's fake siya, no? Kaya siya debatable sa mga tao na kapag yung core mo talaga is naniniwala ka na babae ang mga transgender, pero yung sasalihan mo is para ka sasali for the sake of nothing. Gets mo?
Oo, sayang effort.
Sayang effort, 'di ba? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon na matunog talaga ang kagalingan ng mga transgender women sa pagsagot sa mga pageantry, no? And also kino-consider ko rin na dapat ang Miss Universe ay narapat lamang para sa mga natural born women. Saan lang to sa opinion ko. Kasi kasi naisi-celebrate naman ng matiwasay at mas maayos at matunog ang pageantry ng mga transgender women. Lalo na sa bansa natin, no. What more sa ibang bansa. And nangyari kasi ito, no, na nagkaroon ng Spain ng first ever, no, si Ponce. Si Ponce ng representative as transgender woman, and nag-create talaga siya ng fire para sa mga transgender women na sumali, na pwede pala ako sumali, na pwede pala akong mayakap, and sobrang powerful nun. And I think ayun din ang naging ayun din ang naisip ng Vietnam para ipakita rin, no, kung ano ang may bubugan ng transgender woman nila. And with that, I think siguro narapat talagang pag-aralan ng mahusay at dapat sa ngayong bagong may-ari na ng Miss Universe franchise, no, sana pag-aralan ang isyung ito at sana magkaroon ng matinong diskusyon and standards kung sino ang narapat sumali.
Right. I think balikan ko lang yung sinabi mo. It's difficult to celebrate transgender women and cisgender women when they're fighting for two very different things.
Yeah.
Like, yes, sure, it's acceptance. Acceptance to be part of a society, to be given equal chances, equal opportunities. Pero, iba yung pinaglalaban ng isang babae iba yung pinaglalaban ng isang transgender woman because what is the basis of that acceptance,
Right.
di ba? Acceptance na mabilong ka sa isang society versus acceptance na tignan ka sa ibang metro. Na parang, ay hindi lang ako babae lang. Maraming opportunities na nararapat para sa akin, hindi lang para sa lalaki. And those speak different things kasi. And even if siguro coming from a personal perspective na sumali din sa mga pageants.
Yeah,
Tama
oo.
yung sinasabi nila na iba kasi yung galawan sa backstage
Right.
ng pageants. So, there's a lot of pressure involved. There's a lot of different ways of working there na parang, magiging komportable ba ako bilang isang babae knowing na another transgender woman who is a woman pero something that is different from me initially or biologically. So, parang on the level of comfort, I do agree with them na parang hindi masyadong mabilis or masyadong
Right.
masyado pang maaga
Yes,
para sa
parang
acceptance
mabilisan.
na to, 'di ba? And I think how would you become fair in a sense of equality?
Totoo.
'Di ba? Parang equality is not equal to equity. Dapat ibigay mo yung naaayon sa isang transgender woman sa platform na dapat nandun sila to speak of advocacy that is for them.
Right.
Dapat ibigay mo rin yung what's due for women. Kasi if you're fighting for representation, isn't this already representation? Maybe I might be just a few ideas behind or hindi man ako ganun ka open-minded pa in the views of other people, no. But I do believe that if you're fighting for representation, there is the right way to go about it that does not impede on other people's spaces. 'Di ba? So, if you're fighting to have a space, therefore, parang ano lang, 'di ba pag sinasabi nila, you're fighting to have a seat on the table. If you cannot have a seat on the table, make your own table. Which is yun yung nangyayari ngayon. Bigyan mo
Yeah.
ng platform ang transgender, bigyan mo ng platform ang LGBTQIA+ community, at pakinggan mo sila. So I think it's also coming from an internal bias na parang tingin natin kapag Miss Universe, ito lang dapat yung standard mo. If you're fighting for inclusivity, dapat equal yung metrics mo. So regardless, basta kung gaano yan kagaling, regardless of background,
Yes.
dapat fair yung chances nila to win.
Pantay-pantay lahat dapat.
So, to the owner of Miss Universe, you have to rethink that, di ba? Why are you parang creating a diversion within your own celebration of womanhood? And siguro, lastly, no, parang dun sa debate kanina, napansin ko, may aversion pa rin kahit ang mismong membro ng isang LGBTQIA+ community na pagdiskusyonan itong topic na to. Kasi alam natin, sa atin mismo, hindi pa rin siya ganun katanggap. Diba?
Yes.
So, if you're fighting for inclusivity, siguro start muna na maging komportable yung ganung usapan. Kasi kung ikaw mismo, hindi mo ma-admit na, wait lang, parang hindi pa pala handa tayo. Bakit nga ba hindi handa? Doon muna tayo magsimula. So, I think sa mga nag-aspire na maging beauty pageant winners dyan, no? Regardless of your platform, hold your crown up high. Because
Yes.
being a winner and being well-represented means naririnig ka. And dapat gamitin mo yon. So, as transgender women or cisgender woman, fight your own battles and collaborate together regardless of its women empowerment or LGBTQIA+ celebration. Yun. So, I think that's that.
Thank you so much, BP Studios, and maraming salamat sa mga guests natin. Thank you po!
And with that, sa bawat usapin sa bawat issue, may boses tayong mga kabataan.
Sumali, makinig at makiisa dahil ang bawat opinion natin ay mahalaga.
Kaya naman, sabay-sabay nating isigaw sa buong mundo, schoolmates, may pakialam ka!